Good, how are you?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah, just going about.
Yeah. Oh, that's what you do.
Yeah, absolutely. Still trying to make up my mind for city council, to be honest. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I hope I'm among those names, but you know, I think this is, from your perspective, I think this is the closest we probably will get in a long time to get Canoia up. And I know that's something you would.
So I mean, I'd like to ask you point blank because you are amongst the So, do you support gay marriage?
Well, this is the thing.
So I understand you're going to say this is not a city issue, so you don't have to answer the question.
No,
but
I'm not saying.
Your husband obviously called me during Woonsocket Pride discussions and tried to get me to pull the resolution. I didn't like that. I'd like to know if you feel the same way about Woonsocket Pride, about gay marriage.
Oh God, I can't think of the. Oh my God, it's not our. Oh my God, I'm drawing a blank. The church, basically the church charter, it does not allow us to marry. Mm-hmm. But we actually had a gay couple, it's a woman, the lesbians that came to our church. Mm-hmm. They've been, participants. Obviously there's tiers in which until you can participate and stuff, but do we stand there going like, hey, no?
So what I'm asking is, in your capacity, okay, so
I would not vote for gay marriage. If you're asking me that, I won't.
Okay. Yeah. So on the city level, like, marriage is obviously not really something that's discussed on the city council level, but that would be issues of discrimination in housing and education, possibly in healthcare too, would all potentially be something on the city level. So would you support like protections for the LGBTQ community? From
if you look at right now, you guys had your celebration that was going to be happening. Do I vote against that? Absolutely not.
Woonsocket Pride.
Yeah, like know what I'm saying. Like I could have just said, oh no, I'm a pastor. We don't vote against it. I see people as people, and I try to, you have the hat of the pastor, and obviously in our congregation there's bylaws, which is, the bylaws that we have to abide by.
I mean, couldn't you change those? Aren't you like?
We could change bylaws, but at this current moment we wouldn't, because you have to understand we have some faith beliefs, and it's a matter of interpretation, of the Bible, and the way that we interpreted it, it wouldn't allow me to just change those bylaws. But would I ever, disrespect or deny someone housing or anything because of those things? I would not.
But would you vote to put into law explicit protections to stop a landlord from denying somebody housing because they were gay or trans?
I don't think that that's something that anybody should.
So you would vote in favor of protections?
Yeah, I don't think that anybody. I don't think that just because you are identifying as this or that, you should be denied housing or anything like that. I do not.
So, but if you were on the state level, saying the federal government, like the Supreme Court overturned Obergefell that made marriage equality legal in 2015 or whatever it was, and like the state government was discussing whether to overturn marriage equality here, would you vote to overturn gay marriage?
If I would vote to overturn gay marriage, I don't know. I haven't really thought about it to that level, if I'm honest with you. Okay. Because again, we have some faith values that drive, our vote. I can tell you, for me, Roe versus Wade is an easy one. That we believe in the sanctity of life, and to me, that's one of the things that is like super dear. And I would never like say otherwise just to gain a vote. You know what I'm saying?
So if an abortion clinic were trying to open in the city, like and needed like a zoning, like a special use, like some sort of zoning amendment to allow them or something.
Yeah, I can't support that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what about if the city council majority introduced a resolution to overturn Woonsocket Pride, so it stops being like, not that it's actually, the flag has been raised for the last 2 years anyway.
I've never had the issue with that. I have had an issue with the language and all that stuff that's happened. And I don't think that was exclusively to you guys. When I said that maybe we should make amendments to the requirement, it wasn't just about you guys. I'm saying generally. I don't think anybody should be up there, speaking, in a public park, where there's children and things around. That's my issue. It wasn't so much.
Do you believe in the freedom of speech, though?
Of course, but there's a difference between. There's etiquette. Freedom of speech doesn't mean you go anywhere. There's I think when it's a city park and it's made for communities and for families and things like that, and there's all kinds of people. I think we have to consider all those things in the environment that you're in. You know, so for me, that was a big issue, and I have never tried to deny or anything, you know, for or any other, you know, groups. We do the Woonsocket Day of Faith. We all don't have the same, you know, exact thing, you know, but we do respect one another, and I think that respect is the biggest thing that should come out of any kind of representation of any kind of people. And you know, I've never, you know, we disagree strongly even in some things, but I would never like disrespect you. I would never, you know, whatever. That's my big.
God bless
right,
you.
Take care.
I appreciate that,
Yeah.
and thank you for answering our questions. Like, sincerely, good luck.
No, thank you.
It's voting in personnel, right?
It's voting right over there. All right.